Hi guys. So today I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while, and I'm going to do a book review. So I've been looking for a good crochet book for a very long time. And when I was in Barnes and Noble, I found this book from DK. If you're not familiar with what DK does, they do a lot of great instructional craft books with lots of pictures. So it's fun to read, and also gives you lots of great visuals. And so when I saw this one and it said get started, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly where I am. So where I am right now, I've done a little bit of crochet, like simple things like dishcloths, but they haven't been great quality. And I've been searching for something really to get the basics down. So I was really excited when I found this book. And here's what the back looks like. What I love is it goes through the basic principles of crocheting, and then it kind of gives you projects that are a little bit harder. So it's something you can definitely build on. And the price was really reasonable, $15. Not that expensive for a new hardback. So sometimes when I'm looking at craft books and I see them for $20 or $30, I sometimes I either put it away and never look at it again, or sometimes I look for a used copy. So this is a really reasonable price. So let's just flip through this book, just so you guys can see why I thought it was just a really great beginner kind of book. So here's our table of contents. Like I said, the start simple. It gives you some really basic techniques, and it slowly gets a little bit harder. So you can definitely build on what you've been learning. So I definitely love that. And I love how it's kind of a build your own course. You know, you can go through them just enough to do some really basic crocheting like a dishcloth. Or you can, if you already know some crocheting, you can skip ahead and just go for the more challenging projects. So there are some more challenging projects and right there, like a bag where you're doing different types of yarns and such. But one thing I love about DK is it always starts with the equipment. It starts off with the basics. It just imagines that, you know, maybe you're a novice that has never even had to purchase crochet hooks before. So I love how they start there. And it even goes into the types of yarns that you can find. So if you're going into a craft store like Joanna's and just mystified by all of the choices, I love how it just really just lays out what are some of the yarns that you might encounter. You know, it does natural fibers and also synthetics and some specialty yarns. You know, and even some unusual yarns like fabric or wire, or even plastic bags. So whatever you're thinking about crocheting, you've got your supplies right there. And even the kind of types of packaging that you're gonna see. Which is gonna vary, just so you know what you're in for. And lots of good charts really to help you out. And this is one of my favorite charts in the book. This is all about abbreviations and terms. And one thing that might be really confusing for us new people is the terms that get used. For example, in the United States, there's something called a double crochet, but in the UK, it could be called a treble crochet. So they do make a note that there are some differences. And when you're looking at the instructions, knowing whether you're reading something from the US or the UK is really important. And it says this book uses the US terms. So if you're looking at a double crochet, you're looking for the DC abbreviation. And your more advanced books, you might just get the abbreviations. So I definitely will be consulting this chart quite a bit. So I'm really glad that they included that here. So it starts off really simple with the slip knot, and lots of good pictures. I love the pictures. And I've never seen a book that actually told me how to hold the yarn, which I'm like, that just kind of blew my mind that there is a way to hold your yarn. I never knew that. So definitely some really helpful things that may have just gone past you if you've been starting off with YouTube tutorials like me. So, and how to do a chain, which is really a really basic thing that we need to know. And the pictures are what I really love about this book. Just the amount of detail to really help you master some of these first stitches. I really love that. And I love how it gives you kind of the end product of if you were doing these stitches and just doing a practice swatch, and this is what it's going to look like at the end, or what it should look like if we've been doing everything right and following all the instructions. So I definitely love that. And it's got a section on joining colors. And the very first project it has is making a washcloth. So I think this might be one of my first projects from this book to learn how to really do it right. And joining seams. And making a phone cover. Here's one on making a coffee cozy. And I'm just gonna be flipping through some of these projects just to kind of give you guys an idea of the kind of projects that it has. And I love how it really gives you a few simple projects to do. How you can immediately put in some of the techniques in a project that isn't really too complicated. So I love that. I know immediately when I'm thinking crochet, I want to do something, really cool. I want to crochet a vest or a sweater. But I love how they give you really simple projects, really to get you going. So I know I'm not ready for big projects. So they give you some really simple, cool things that you can do. And of course there is the granny squares. Everybody wants to make a granny square because it can be used for blankets and even making animals and doing all kinds of cool things. So I love how they included that. So if you're ready to make a blanket, we got the project here. And I was thinking toy balls might be fun. I was thinking that might be something neat to make for my cat. Maybe putting in some catnip. That might be something fun to do. And it's got a pillow in there. And making a hat. So I wanted to show you guys just some of the more advanced projects in case you're not quite a beginner and maybe ready for something a little more advanced. Okay, so this is the third section on taking it further. So this is your more advanced projects. So you'll see things like making scarves and making bags, and so I love how this book gives you some skills to grow on. So it doesn't just give you the really simple techniques. It's also a book that you can keep around as your skills are growing. And they do give you a gallery of different techniques. So if you've been thinking about purchasing a crochet book, I think this is a great beginner one. You know, just gives you enough information to get you started, and it gives you some projects to do. So you're not gonna be bored just making swatches and just learning the techniques. You're actually gonna be putting them into practice. So I definitely love that. And it even gives you some fun little projects to do. Doing a hexagon, creating a button flower, so things to embellish other projects. So definitely some really fun things to do. And these are things that you could do to embellish, you know, an existing towel or existing blanket. So lots of neat ideas. They don't have to be a start to finish kind of project. It might be something that you just do to embellish something that you already have. So lots to learn and to know and to love about this. So if you're ready for that cardigan project, I love how they started off with a baby cardigan. So a smaller scale than jumping right in and trying to make a cardigan for yourself. So I like how they did that. And even some baby shoes. So that is my flip through. Definitely, if you've been looking for a crochet book, this is definitely a great one to get you started. And at $15, a very reasonable price. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. and I hope you have a great day.